Power. Just the word itself is a strong word, yet it's a fragile thing. Many people want it, and for different reasons. And yet, even when people attain some power, power isn't stable, so it can be lost. In today's episode, I'm going to do a breakdown of a famous quote that answers the question of how to access your true power. So let me get right into it. American author and activist Alice Walker is known for her quote, "The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any." Let's look at the first half of this quote. It suggests that individuals possess a certain degree of power or control over their lives and the choices they make. Now, this power can refer to personal agency, which is the ability to make decisions or the capacity to influence their own circumstances by controlling their own behaviors and reactions to circumstances beyond their control. Now, the second part of this quote is by thinking they don't have any, refers to the perspective that people often relinquish this power, not because they lack it inherently, but because they believe they lack it. In other words, their own perception or mindset becomes a significant barrier. Now, when individuals convince themselves that they are powerless, they may not take appropriate action or assert themselves when opportunities arise. So what do I want you to take from this quote? You are more powerful than you think. Remove the factory worker mindset where you follow the assembly line, minding your place, and not speaking up if you perceive an issue. So, how do you access your true power? I want you to start with choice. And yes, you do have a choice. There will be those, though, who want you to conform to their way of thinking and doing things, and they will position it. So if you do not conform, there will be negative consequences. And that's not a bluff, because there will be negative consequences. I want you to consider how your circumstances will improve if you follow along with an ideology or policy, for example, that you don't align with. Consider, is there something you can do to stay aligned with your belief system if it's contrary to what they want you to do or believe? Do not underestimate your capacity, your personal power to make a difference and regain control of your circumstances and even in other people's lives by exercising your ability to make choices, take action, and influence your destiny. I believe it was Henry Ford who said, "Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right." This emphasizes how much attitude determines success or failure. So avoid self-limiting beliefs, which results in feeling helpless and resigning to the situation. By making this shift in your mindset from a belief of powerlessness to acknowledging your ability to act and make a difference. Now, what's the opposite of powerlessness? It's empowerment. This is believing in your capacity to make a difference and actively pursuing change. This quote encourages people to break free from self-imposed limitations and tap into their potential. So does accessing your true power mean you have to do big things? Well, not necessarily. Think of it more as a call to action. This quote urges people to question their assumptions about their own power and to recognize that even small acts can lead to significant change. When individuals believe they have the power to affect change, they are more likely to take initiative, stand up for their rights, and work towards a better future. Now, for those who follow me, you know the importance I place on having the right mindset. What I appreciate from Alice's quote is the emphasis on self-belief, personal development, empowerment, and the role of mindset on your ability to affect change and determine your outcomes rather than simply surrendering to circumstances. So by recognizing and harnessing our own power of choice and agency, we're more likely to take control of our lives and contribute to positive change in our communities and society as a whole. If you got value out of today's episode, I'd really appreciate it if you like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss any of my future videos of free strategies. I also have another video I want you to watch. It's called The #1 Best Predictor of Success. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please comment below. Until next time, I'm the Iron Therapist, Lesley Timbol, reminding you to keep your mental game on.